Hi, I'm Zainab Seydoun, and I'm here with Joanna Samuels, Employment Specialist at Newcomers Services with JVS Toronto. Joanna, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to be talking about the unique Canadian workplace. So what are some differences that a newcomer can experience once they arrive to Canada and start looking for a job?
Good question, thank you. The same way that it's a different approach and process to build your career in Canada, when you do land a job that's in your dream job, your dream career, or close to it, there's other issues that come up in the workplace, and I have learned this from Lionel LaRoche. The whole world of communication. It is so culturally sensitive. For example, feedback. A feedback from your supervisor is completely different here than in other countries. We're not as direct as other countries. Or teamwork. What does teamwork mean? Very interesting. It's very different across the world. What teamwork means from one country does not necessarily apply. So those are just two of the intercultural communication types of areas that I would say a new Canadian would need to really have alert, be high alert with their antennas up, to be sensitive to it, and don't be afraid to ask about it. So I wanted to tell you about a case example about a new Canadian that I placed in an IT company. He was an internationally trained IT Java developer. I placed him in an IT company, and the manager, and they loved him. They kept telling him how great he was. He was doing a great job. So after 2 weeks, he thought in his country he's doing a great job, directly goes into the supervisor and says, I want a raise. I'm doing a great job. I want a raise. Well, guess what happened? They were in shock. The Canadian managers were in shock. Bye-bye, he got fired. So, as Lionel LaRoche says, you get hired for your technical skills and you get fired for your soft skills. So that is a whole area that needs to be learnt and explored and researched and applied.
So the example you just gave us is obviously a problem with integrating. So what could you say are what are some tips that a newcomer could do to really integrate better into a workplace so they don't get fired?
So job retention is a very, very big topic. In brief, the way that I look at it from my experience working with new Canadians for over 11 years, as well as anybody looking for work, is you cannot get a job and the learning stops. I would recommend any new Canadian, you continue learning, whether it's at your company or outside of your company, and tell your supervisor that you're going out and learning a new technical skill or a new leadership skill. And also, typically there's performance reviews. Make sure that your learning is in that performance review. It doesn't stop. The other thing is you have to continue building your network. You do not stop once you get a job. You continue meeting new people and building relationships with people in your company and helping as many people as you can. You can't just do your little job at your little desk. You have to be able to branch out and meet as many people at your company, continue your education, continue building your professional relationships within the company, and use social media, so outside of your company too, and keep current in your field. Again, Google feeds, meetup.com, join groups, go to conferences, trade shows, volunteer in the community. Do not stop any of these activities that you did to get the job. Continue on even while you have your work.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for all that information.
Thank
you.
It
was all very helpful.
Thank you very much. A pleasure.